this is exciting. So I am getting ready to go out. This is a new thing for me. I'm on this homecoming court list, and it's the afternoon now, and it's after lunch, and we are gonna go, and I'm supposed to be dressed in church clothes, which I am. And so I'm just like, I'm like, people are excited for me. Like, this is a big thing for the school and stuff. And I'm like, I've been here 6 months and I'm freaking out about it on the inside. I'm like, oh my gosh, I get to dress up before the dance. And I don't know, there's a dance tonight too, but oh my gosh, like oh no. I'm like in, well, I'm not in shock or anything right now. But yeah, so life's going, yeah. So yeah, look. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, so this is what I'm wearing. So, yeah. So hi, how's it going? So I became the 2024 Stewart Home School Homecoming Queen. And I got some pretty interesting stuff. I got some flowers and a tiara. So these are the flowers. My teacher gave me the vase. So I'm gonna give the vase back to her when the flowers are done. And then I'm gonna go to the dance tonight with this. The dance starts in less than 20 minutes. So honestly, I didn't see it coming, but I kind of saw it coming because I was super overwhelmed with a lot of stuff. So I'm like, I was overwhelmed, first of all, that I was on a homecoming court. So I was a little overwhelmed with that. So I'm like, you did the one. So we did this. So I got this. Yay. So that's how life's going. So yeah. Okay, so it's a couple days later, it's Saturday. But I wanted to share a little bit more about what happened on Thursday afternoon. So yeah. So Thursday was homecoming, and they had a flag football game, and the homecoming court was supposed to be done at 1. Not everybody showed up at 1. I like to be on time for things, so I showed up at 1 and then waited an hour or so before we actually did anything. So one of the staff members the school has this truck that was a wagon, or they called it a float, was attached to the back of the truck. And so staff member who was driving the car drove it onto the field. So it took a while for all the people to come out, all the other students. So there was 12 people on the homecoming court. So 6 people were nominated for homecoming king and queen, which I was one of them. 3 girls and 3 guys. And then the 3 people were nominated for prince and princesses. Or prince and princess, and the 3 girls, 3 guys. So there's 12. So that's 6 each, and so there's 12 of us total. So that's what the 12 number comes in. We watched the first part of the homecoming football game, the flag football. So it's flag football. So we watched that, and the students started coming out and all that stuff to watch the game. And luckily I saw my correspondence teacher. I saw her from a distance, and I went over to say hi to her, and I told her I am nervous as can be for this thing that I have no idea what's gonna happen. She said it's okay to be nervous. And so I was glad she was there. So during halftime of the game, 12 of us were sitting in the back of the wagon. So it was like a float, like, those boat floats or something that they call it in parades. So it was just a wagon, and he drove us onto the middle of the football field, the flag football field. And then they were announcing, one of the staff members who I know, because I know all the staff members here, guys, love them to pieces. They were announcing so they announced everybody first, introduced us, was too focused on like cheering for other people when they got introduced and stuff. And then it got to the point when they started introducing, so they introduced all 12, and then they announced the prince and the princess. So that was two people, and then I was like, yay, cheering for them, and I didn't really notice what was happening next. They announced the king and queen of the people, and my name appeared on that list. So I got up, walked out of the wagon we were in. I got handed flowers and a tiara, and I took a picture with my fellow people that just won the king and the prince and princess and stuff like that. I was like, ha 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 ha. It didn't sink in at all. So I'm like people were cheering, obviously, and I was like, and I went, because my sweet correspondent was right up there, and she's like, congratulations. I'm like, like, it didn't sink in. It didn't really sink in. So, and then we watched I didn't really watch the second half of the football game, but I was there for the second half of the football game. So I decided to sit down next to my correspondent teacher when she was sitting around other students and stuff. So I just decided to sit next to her, and I said, is there anybody sitting here? And she said, no. I was like, can I sit here? I was like, great. So I got a lot of hugs from a lot of different people, and then I did I'm a very curious person, so I went around to all the staff members that I saw saw the teachers are out there cheering on everybody, and I went up to a lot of the staff members saying, because I was really curious, what the heck just happened? Because I was trying to process what happened, and that's how I don't even know. I didn't have trouble with it. I just was very curious to figure out what, I've only been here 6 months, guys. I've been at the Stewart School for 6 months, and I've clearly impressed people in 6 months to get nominated to be on Homecoming Court, and then to get the Homecoming Queen of 2024. I clearly impressed people because the staff members pick people that are kind, friendly, stuff like that, like a pleasure to be around, or stuff like that. Really, I fit all those categories. And I was like, oh, fun. I came back, and I went upstairs where the main dining room area is, and I went to go share with my house mother what I just got. She was like, congratulations! I'm like, thank you. And then I came back downstairs with all the stuff, and then we had dinner, and then after dinner I changed into my dress again because we had the homecoming dance, which was really, really fun. It's still nice outside that it was under the pavilion, so it was outside, because we've had dances inside in the gym, and that is what do you call it, it gets a little stuffy in there. So Thursday was a big day. So that was just Thursday. Should I tell you about Friday? Friday was a busier day for me. So here we go, Friday. Okay, so I'm like, wow, it was a hectic day. It was such a hectic day on Friday. I'm a part of the Special Olympics bowling. I love bowling. Bowling's great. Bowling's amazing. I love bowling. But I did not love bowling on Friday at all. As I was emailing my friends and family about it, I wasn't anxious about bowling. I was anxious about the environment I was in, because there were over 100 athletes, and the Stewart School had 29 athletes, so 29 of us went to bowl. Which brought, like, the 2 coaches, which were staff members, and 2 other staff members to help watch everybody, I guess, to, like, keep us, like, all intact. So, clearly there was a big amount of people there, and I flipped out on the inside, meaning I was very, very anxious and very, very overwhelmed. There was a lot going on, a lot of people I didn't know, a ton of people I didn't know, and I was just thrown into a lane, like a bowling lane. So there was 4 people on my lane, including myself, and I was the only one from the Stewart School on my lane. The only one. And I got really anxious because that's what I do when I'm in a group of people that I do not know and a new environment, plus with all the noise. So we got all the noise from the spectators, the athletes, we got all the noise. Plus we got the noise from people throwing bowling balls down the bowling lane and pins falling over, so we got that noise as well. So it was very overstimulating, and thank goodness I shared this also in the email with my friends and family. Thank goodness for the staff members who could tell that I wasn't myself, because I clearly told them I wasn't myself. Unfortunately, with the spectators and coaches and stuff, they could not come down where the bowlers were. They had to stay up above where the spectators were. So they had like, hey, can you come over here and stuff. One staff member offered me his noise canceling headphones, which was the greatest thing he could possibly do for me in that moment. So we played 2 games, but less than 5 minutes into my bowling time, he could tell that I was not happy, because I was too focused on being overwhelmed, and I got anxious. I was anxious on the inside. I could feel it in my body. It was very, very nerve-wracking and scary feeling. So I went over to him. He gave me his headphones, noise-canceling headphones. And guess what? So I put those on, and that was like a lifesaver. But I was still overwhelmed. I was still out of it. And I literally told him, I don't remember exactly what I told him. I said, thank you for the headphones. And then I said, I'm not myself. And then another staff member came over, because I told the 4 staff members came to check. There was 4 staff members that came with us. All 4 of those staff members came to check on me throughout the time I bowled, because, I was basically alone. I felt alone. And I literally, they couldn't come to me, so I had to go to them. So I bowled, and I, went over to talk to them and stuff. And I told every single one of them, I said, I held on to their, arm, because I'm I was freaking out because I was like, no, I can't do this anymore, because I told them I wasn't anxious about bowling. I was anxious because of my own thoughts and how overwhelming this environment is. And they knew. They 100% knew of the environment because they were in their environment with me. So I just appreciated them coming to check on me. But they had 29 other, like, me included. So they had 29 people they had to check on. And we were all spread out for different lanes. Some people got paired up with each other to be put in a lane. Some people did not. So that's why I was the loner. And yeah, it was. I did not calm down. I was not calm at all. I actually bowled pretty well. I did the best I could. I ended up, see, this is because I was telling these people, my happy fellow, the staff members, teachers, I constantly kept updating them how I was feeling and stuff, which I appreciated. Because I told them I wasn't myself. They could see I wasn't myself, because there was times that nobody was there at my lane because they were walking around watching, trying to keep track of everybody. And that's where I started to freak out on the inside. So I'm like anxiously looking for them. Like, I was not paying any attention to, I didn't watch any of my fellow people, I did not watch my lane bowl at all. I bowled, came back, sat down, and started looking for them again. Every single time I saw one of them, I went up to them and literally held on to them for dear life, because I needed someone to literally talk me down, saying everything was fine. Told the one who has watched us bowl since the season started, she knew. They go, I get a strike. They go, yay! And I go, like the blankest stare on the face of the planet. And then they go like this, and I go, and they go, smile! And I went, so I'm like, I don't know. So especially the person who has seen me bowl before, she knew I wasn't having it. She knew it. I didn't even have to tell her I wasn't having a good time. She knew it. Because when we bowled for practice with the group, with only our group, I was like, every single time I got a strike, I was like the whole bouncing up and down. If she was down like 3 lanes, I will go run over to her and say, guess what? I just got a strike. I was like super happy, like in the bowling practices. Oh heck no, I was not. Not here. Not in the bowling tournament. It was regionals. So I was not happy in this moment. So I had a lot of feelings. So we played 2 games, and I literally did not want to do the 2 games, but they just went over, like, you do the 2 games so you can earn your spot and stuff, because they, during the second game, I was having trouble in the second game. I scored over 100 points in the first game. I was like, yay, fun, but I wasn't really, like, they like, yay, and then I was like, but the second game, I was having a hard time. I was having trouble staying focused. I was completely out of it. I was not paying attention to nothing. I was not having it. And then the staff members came on and constantly came in and checked on me. And they said, you have 1 more game. You got this. You keep going. You're doing fine. Stuff like that. And then I go hold on to them, like, please get me out of here. Yeah, so, yeah, the strikes were the cue that I was not doing well. I mean, I did a strike, and I was, like, not happy about it. And then I get a gutter bar, and I'm pissed off about it. Like, I was, like, not pissed off. I was like, shoot, like, I'm not doing well. I was telling myself I wasn't doing well. I actually bowled worse the second game than the first game. So, because I was too focused on. So one time, one of the coaches watched me I didn't see him walk up. So he watched me get up from my chair because it was my turn. He watched me walk over to pick up my bowling ball and then bowl. So from the moment that I got up to walk over there, he's like, you gotta loosen up, because I was so tight. Like, my body was so tight. I like made my way over there somehow. I don't even know how I made my way over there. I picked up the ball all like stiff, and I don't know if I got up. I didn't bowl that well that round. And then he came over to me, and then that's when I was like, oh, I'm not doing well. I told him that I was just anxious, and I was not myself, like I was telling everybody else. So, but again, I had the headphones on, so yeah. Then I finally finished the 2 games. I was like, get me out of here. They said, you need to get your ribbon, then you can go. Like, you ribbon? Like, what the heck? Yes. So I got 3rd place out of, there's four bowlers in my lane, and I got 3rd place. So I did pretty well with the 3rd place. I'm pretty happy about that. Now, but I wasn't then. I was like, get me out of here. Like, I literally was, I didn't even have my bowling shoes off yet. They said, you need to sit down and take your shoes off. You need to sit down and take your bowling shoes off. I was just very thankful that I had this group of people there with me, supporting me and telling me that I could do it. And I thanked each and every one of them, or I will. I thank some of them, and I will thank the rest of them next week. That they literally kept me from not running away, because I thought I was. When I get anxious, I want to run away, and I am a runner, so it was very hard not to run away. So later on, we did end up finishing. Everybody ended up finishing. So everybody came out with some ribbon, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th place, whatever. So people came out with their ribbons, and we went back to school, and I was so happy to be back at school at this point. Very happy. But my day wasn't over this. This is still Friday. Bowling was all in one day, so this is Friday. I'm still talking about Friday. Sorry, I talk a lot. I got invited to a special gathering that was happening on campus during dinner time. So we ate dinner on campus, but off our buildings. And it was a whole different group of staff members that were running this event. So not the same staff members that went bowling with us, it's a whole different staff members. And I had a hard time with that one. Because I think it goes along the line of like, I got picked to be on homecoming court, and then got picked to be homecoming queen. And that was an honor. I think it was a different type of honor, but there was it was like people, I got picked again to be a part of this group, to those people visiting from somewhere, to share how you're liking it and stuff like that. So it was another honor to be picked to be a part of this small group of students. I didn't have a good time. I mean, I participated. I 100% participated in this. I just didn't have a good time with it. I did that. I was out of it. I was like, day's not over. This was dinner time. And then after dinner, still Friday, guys. I went with another small group, and my my correspondence teacher actually runs this group. So was in charge of the group that was doing this activity. And we were gonna go run in downtown Frankfurt, run or walk, a 3K race. So I got invited on that because I told my fellow teacher, amazing, love her so much, that I appreciated her inviting me on this trip because I ran the whole entire way. I ran the whole entire 3K, and I needed to run. I needed the exercise. I needed that. That was a good way to release all the energy that I had, get rid of it or something. So I appreciated that, and now I took a lot of naps today. Today's Saturday, and I'm just taking it a chill day. So that was just a little long summary of a more in-depth of what happened these last couple of days, and this week also marks my 6 months here too. So it's a bit like a 6-month milestone. So life is good. I am obviously I feel a lot more of myself than I did in yesterday. So I'm getting my sense of things back slowly. So I'll end that here, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Softball.